Despite current events going on in my country about a certain person being in a certain circular office again. That is all I'm going to say about that. There's a lot I am looking forward to next year for Yu-Gi-Oh! One of the things I've been really excited about for a really long time is Early Days Collection. That is coming out in February on the 27th. I'll probably pre-order it at like Best Buy or Target or something like that. For whatever reason you don't know what this is, it is a collection of the early 2000 games on the Game Boy handhelds being re-released on both Switch and Steam, as far as I know at least. I don't think it's being released on PlayStation or Xbox, but I could be wrong. We have a few games revealed so far, including Duel Monsters 2, Dark Duel Stories, and then Yu-Gi-Oh! Dark Duel Stories, Duel Monsters 4, Battle of the Great Duelist. There's a note on that, we're gonna get that later. Duel Monsters 6, Expert 2, where's Expert 1? That's what I want to know. The Eternal Duelist Soul, The Sacred Cards, and Reshef of Destruction. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Sacred Cards, I played so much of back in the day. The one thing that always peeved me about the game is that when you got the Winged Dragon of Ra, you couldn't use it. You had to immediately give it up. But hey, I'm just happy to play this game on a big screen TV without having to source a Game Boy player. The interesting note about Battle of the Great Duelist is it includes online battle support. In the old days, you would have to find someone else who also played that particular Yu-Gi-Oh! Game and also carry around a cable to connect the two together. And if neither of you had that cable, it wasn't happening. But now we just have online battles, which makes things a lot simpler. And I think they are also making it so that you can do online battle with some of the other games. Do not quote me on that, but I think that's what the plan is for this. But I am a big fan of the older Yu-Gi-Oh! Games, simply because they had some very interesting elements to them. They had interesting stories, they had interesting mechanics. They played around with a few different ideas with those games. And that's something that's kind of lacking these days. Master Duel, it's okay. Like, you do kind of the modern era of Yu-Gi-Oh! And also get more of the lore stories. But I am more interested in the gameplay style of those older Yu-Gi-Oh! Games. And with every physical copy of Early Days, you get Harpy's Feather Duster out of the QCR. One of two arts. And I have... Hold on, I'll be right back. I have this copy of Harpy's Feather Duster. It says Magic card on it, by the way. Picked it up from a local game shop that I regularly go to. Whichever Harpy's Feather Duster I get, it's probably going to be my second favorite, just for the rarity. I like my shiny cardboard. I don't know what to tell you, but I do like how this says Magic card a little bit more than QCR. Next thing I'm looking forward to is the Albaz lore anime that's coming out in April. And I guess Geist Striker is also getting their lore anime at the same time, but I don't care about that. I'm into Albaz not just for the deck, but also for the lore behind it. You know, I do enjoy the lore of Albaz. And Kit just kind of goes on her own adventure sometime in the lore. I've had thoughts to make a fanfiction, just writing out the entire Albaz lore as a novel. But every single time I have that thought, my immediate thought is, no, I am already working on a super long fanfiction project as is. Let's not start another one. I'm kind of curious if it'll support English subtitles, because it's being posted onto the OCG channel. But coming Valentine's Day, my one true love, Blue Eyes, the structure deck, is being released on that day. And one of my local card shops is hosting a tournament for the structure deck. And I think in that tournament you can win a mat, which I will buy off of anyone who wins that, by the way. If you win that, I will buy that from you. Assuming that the winner's not going to be me. Which I think I'm the only one even caring about Blue Eyes in my local scene. Maybe I'll win it. Maybe I won't. Either way, I'm going to get that mat one way or another. Okay, so this might look a little bit different because I decided to do something with the lights real quick. Anyway, next thing I'm looking forward to, which is a month after the structure deck, is Maze of the Master, which I don't care about most cards in that, but what I am looking forward to is the XYZ support for explicitly ABCs. I've talked about the XYZ support on the channel a couple of different times, but ABC is one of my favorite decks of all time. Always has been, always will be, and I just can't wait to play with new support in the TCG. I might buy Stampede. I am looking forward to the Fuelos reprint. That's if it's being reprinted, because there is some speculation that there are just keeping it within the core set. But it's just speculation that they could just not reprint it, but I don't think they would mention it without reprinting it. But I don't know. I don't know. I pretty much completely skipped out on Bonanza. By the way, like, I have the QCR openings. That's pretty much all I cared about in that set. Like, I do want the PCRs of the Wanted engine and the PCR of D Bellstar. But outside of that, I don't really care about much of anything else in that. But hey, Stampede, I'm looking forward to just getting Fuelos finally, and for it to not cost $130 or $90 for that matter. But let me know what you're looking forward to next year down below in the comments. And while you're down there, subscribe to the channel. My name is Vincent, and you all have a happy new year.